For level 1, we have been asked to multiply a monomial by a polynomial. I'm asking you to practice doing this, not using the distributive property as you may have seen it in Algebra 1A, but instead using the box method that we are going to practice in later levels. To do that, we will have to identify how many terms are in each of the polynomials that we're multiplying. The first polynomial has one term, and the second polynomial has two terms. Remember that polynomials have terms that are separated by addition and subtraction signs. So when we draw our boxes, we will have one box high and two boxes long. So our monomial, our one-term polynomial, will go on the outside on the left, and our two-term polynomial or binomial will go along the top. Then this will work similarly to lattice multiplication, or you may have seen the multiplication charts in elementary school where the outside numbers multiply down to be the answer on the inside of the box. So we will take and multiply each of these terms together and get the answer that goes in the box. Remember, back in Unit 7, we learned that when we multiply something that looks like this, we multiply the coefficients together, and then the exponents will get added. So 2 times 3 will give me 6, and x squared times x to the fourth will add the exponents together, 2 plus 4, and get x to the sixth. For the next one, negative 6 times 3 will multiply together to be negative 18, and x squared times x, which we know is x to the first, will add those exponents together and get x to the third. These two are not like terms, so our answer is just 6x to the sixth power minus 18x cubed. Number 2, we have one term times something with three terms. So a monomial times a trinomial. So one box high, three boxes long. So negative 5x cubed goes where there's one box high, and our trinomial goes across the top. Just a reminder when you're writing your terms to bring their signs with you. So the negative comes down with the 11. Multiplying the coefficients, negative 5 times 3 gives me negative 15. And then x cubed times x squared, we'll add the exponents, 3 plus 2, and get x to the fifth. Next, we'll multiply our coefficients, negative 5 times 7, that gives me negative 35, and x cubed times x to the first, so 3 plus 1 gives me 4. Negative 5 times negative 11 gives me positive 55. And x cubed doesn't have any x's to multiply by, so it'll stay as x cubed. We're looking for like terms, but we don't have any. So this is just our answer. Negative 15 x to the fifth minus 35 x to the fourth plus 55 x cubed. We're keeping the signs with the number, and where there isn't a number or a sign, to separate, we're adding an addition sign, just like we did in our last standard. Next, we have one term times four terms. So a monomial times a polynomial. A box would be 1 high and 4 long. So 4x squared will go out to the left, and our polynomial will go across the top. Negative 7x cubed, 8x squared, negative x, and 15. Multiply your coefficients. -7 times 4, -28. X squared times x cubed. We'll add the exponents, so we get x to the 5th, 3 plus 2. 8 times 4 gives me 32. And x squared times x squared. Adding the exponents, 2 plus 2 gives me x to the 4th. 4 times, remember that's really like a -1, so 4 times -1 gives me -4. X squared times x to the 1st, so 1 plus 2 gives me x cubed. And then finally, 4 times 15 gives me 60. And x squared times nothing gives me just x squared here. We're looking for like terms, but I don't have any, so my answer is going to be written as -28 x to the 5th plus 32 x to the 4th minus 4 x cubed plus 60 x squared.